Igor Tudor needs to go. It's as simple as that. He has no connection with the squad. Our play is terrible and results are going the wrong way and our club is heading towards relegation. This post from the Spurs Express illustrates perfectly what I'm trying to say in this video, and also probably what a lot of you guys are thinking as well. And quite frankly, it is very, very embarrassing what's happening at the moment. So first of all, let's take a look at this post here from Tottenham Tears, basically saying that the Tottenham players have absolutely no faith in Igor Tudor, who has failed to bond with this squad. An example of this is obviously quite a lot of things from just the last game against Atletico Madrid, where of course he lost 5-2. He took Kinski off in just the 17th minute or something very, very like that. Absolutely no shaking the hands with him. It's perfectly fine to take him off. I have no issue with that. Obviously, he wasn't having a great game, as we all know. But the point is, he didn't even console him. He didn't even shake hands. He quite frankly didn't even acknowledge him after giving him that starting role in such a big game. Then, obviously, as we know, in the 83rd minute, Jed Spence came off and was not acknowledged either. And then he sarcastically went back to the bench, then came back up, tapped Igor Tudor on the back and shook his hand, kind of proving a point, saying, well, we're playing, but you're not acknowledging us, and there is no connection between this team. And obviously, this does also need to be us looking at the board as well. First of all, why did you appoint Tudor? He's never managed in the Premier League, and so how do you expect him to get us out of this mess? But also, I've seen things saying that they're going to try and keep Tudor until the Nottingham Forest game, which, to be honest, the fact that he hasn't been sacked yet is quite concerning. But I've seen things saying that he's going to stay till the Forest game. And, I mean, obviously, we can look at our fixtures a bit later on, but that Forest game is a 6-pointer. It's probably the biggest game we're ever going to play in recent memory. And really, that is 6 points down the drain if we end up losing that. And at the moment, it certainly looks like we will. And it is very, very worrying the way our club is heading at the moment. Now, obviously, we can also take a look at our results, which is obviously, as we all know, very, very poor recently. There are things that can be said about our performances recently. Obviously, the Arsenal game, it would have been 2-2 had the decision been fair. Against Fulham, though, the play was very, very poor. Against Palace, yes, we did get a red card. Unfortunately, that was the case for Igor Tudor. Not fully his fault, but then again, the play there was still pretty bad. And at Atletico Madrid, yes, Kinski was the main person at fault for those first 2-3 goals. But then again, also the play, we weren't down to 10 men. I mean, perhaps we should have been with that Van der Ven challenge, which probably should have been given as a red. But the point is, we had 11 men on the pitch and we still played very, very poor. Yes, there were things that didn't go our way in these games, but the point is, Tudor has been brought in by the board, who don't seem to know anything that they're doing, to get points and to get us out of relegation, maybe to go on a bit of a run in the Champions League. But the point is, 0 win, 0 win, 0 win, 0 win. It's completely terrible the way that we are playing at the moment, and it is extremely embarrassing. From top to bottom, it's not just Igor Tudor, it's not just the board, and it's not just the players. It's everything as a whole. But also, one thing, I mean, I still think Igor Tudor does need to go, and I think a lot of you guys probably do think that as well. But then that also begs the question, who on earth actually comes in? And obviously, in the past few days, we have been hearing about Sean Dyche perhaps taking this role. And as little as 2-3 hours ago, Last Word on Spurs has reported that Sean Dyche is thought to not be willing to take the role of Tottenham Hotspur boss if Spurs sack Igor Tudor. Obviously, this is not fully 100%, but also on other football sites as well, they are saying that he doesn't really want a very short-term role. And obviously, if we do stay up in the Premier League for next season, we probably wouldn't want Sean Dyche there anyway. So he's not really interested in an interim basis. And that is also the same with Robbie Keane. He said he wasn't really very interested with an interim basis. Obviously, Glenn Hoddle is obviously very, very unrealistic. And people are calling for Ange to come back. Obviously, that's quite unlikely, I think. People are calling for Harry Redknapp to come. But at the moment, we also need to acknowledge that obviously Igor Tudor did come in, but the fact that people are saying no to us as well, and the fact that we're in this position in the first place is completely on the board. For hiring a manager who's never managed in the Premier League, probably not having sacked him yet is also a problem. Obviously, if we take a quick look at our fixtures, they are not great. And to be honest, these two fixtures here were winnable, and we haven't won them, which is very, very concerning. We now look at our fixtures. We've got to go away to Liverpool. I mean, if you think we're picking up any points there, thank you very much for your optimism, but I'm afraid we probably won't do. But hopefully we can. I mean, this, I don't even know what to say about this. Obviously, with Tottenham, never rule out a comeback, but just play our academy and hope we don't get beaten 10-0. Just don't get any injuries. This is a complete 6-pointer. I mean, this is make or break our season. But the point is, I think Igor Tudor does need to go before this game. Obviously, he's been ignoring the players. His interviews have been completely uninspiring, to say the least. And to be honest, lots of us fans do want him out. But obviously, we have already asked, like, who on earth is actually going to come in? Which is obviously very, very worrying because obviously we don't have anyone ready to come in yet we've been put in this position by the board, and the only people that care at the moment are the fans. Everyone else seems to be clueless. Obviously, some of the players do seem to care, but some of them also don't. Cough, cough, Romero, cough, cough, Van de Ven. They've seemed to already checked out ages ago. And it is very, very worrying. Obviously, we also have some more injuries. Pelini and Romero, I think, are still being checked for that headbang that they picked up in that Atletico Madrid game just a couple of days ago. But overall, I think it is very, very worrying the position our club is in. Tudor does need to go. There's a lack of connection. The results have been poor. The football itself has been poor. He's been playing players out of position. Everything has been going very wrong. He's been brought in by the clueless board to try and get us points. And the fact is, he's got 0 wins for us in 4 games. Is it completely his fault? Definitely not, but it is certainly also partly to blame on him. I do feel bad for Kinski, of course. Obviously, that was a terrible game for him. Obviously, it was only about 17 minutes long, but also then again, obviously, Kinski is obviously, of course, partly to blame for that loss. Well, mainly, I suppose you could say, but I think he certainly does need to go. Let me know your thoughts down below. It's very, very worrying the way in which this club is heading. We definitely do need change, and I really hope our board does not leave it too late this time. They've already left it late once this season with Thomas Frank. They should have sacked him in December, and they didn't. And look at where we are now. I mean, let's just quickly pull up the table real quick. We're obviously only 1 point above this relegation zone, which is, of course, very, very worrying. If we quickly take a look at this table, how do I even do this? Yeah, Premier League, here we go. We're only 1 point above this relegation zone, which is extremely worrying. And he's gotten us no points. He's been brought in to get results. They haven't been coming. And to be frank, we need a new manager fast. We need someone who cares, someone who will inspire the players, someone who will hopefully care about Tottenham and want to keep us up, not only for themselves, not only for the players, not only for the club, but also for the fans, because we care. We need us to be in the Premier League. I mean, it'd be unthinkable to go down to the Championship. But let me know your thoughts down below. And yeah, that's the video for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and like and subscribe if you did. See you guys in the next one. Come on, you Spurs.